Hi guys, Steve Girardi here. Welcome to Steve Strings. A little while ago I introduced you to this K-Mice tambourine. I asked you if I should turn it into a diddley-bo or a banjo or a banjolele, and I've gotten several ideas or suggestions back on that. And so I think what I'm going to do first with this is turn it into an instrument using this stick right here. This is an old handle from a garden tool. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a sort of a tambourine diddley-jo. It's going to be a diddley-bow with a banjo head to start with. And after I do that, I think I'm then going to turn it into another instrument. I want to do this as a proof of concept. I checked this out, and this stick here, it doesn't quite fit in, so I'm probably going to go ahead and make that sort of thumb hole a bit bigger so that I can turn this into a one-string instrument. I'll show you my process for that, and then down the road I'll convert this again into a different instrument. So I've got the things I want to use to put this instrument together. Again, I'm going to be using this stick here. I'm going to cut the end off to get it square. I'm then going to cut it to the length I want. I'm looking at a 25-inch scale. So I'll cut the other end to go in there, and I'll probably have to round that to conform with the curve of the instrument. I'm then going to have to go ahead and widen this hole. And then I'm going to take this piece, this is a little thing that used for hanging pictures. I'll be putting that in the end of the ring, screwing right into the end of the dowel to hold that in place. And it has two screws here, so that should hold that in place. And then this will serve essentially as the tail piece. And then I think I'll string it up with some fishing line to make this into a tambourine diddley-jo. So let's do that. All right, so I did the stuff I needed to do here. You can see I put a couple holes in here right into the stick and put this little picture hanger on there. I drilled a hole through here, and I just kind of carved that down with my Shinto, and I put that through, and then I put this screw here to serve as the nut. So now I just need to string it up. Now that I have this all built and strung up, we can give you a bit of a sound sample. This is just fishing line I have. I think it's maybe a 60-pound test or something like that. And of course, this doesn't have any fret, so it needs to be played with a slide. And interesting, of course, you can still use this as a tambourine if you want to also play this while it's being strummed. And I should say that the bridge on this actually came from a piece of wood that I cut away from a headstock on another build, and I'll put the link to that up there. And that was my very first instrument, which was a diddley-bow I converted to a 3-stringer. At the moment I have this tuned to D. That seemed to be a note that seemed to work with this particular string. I thought about maybe putting a metal string on, but I'm not entirely certain how the head would take that tension. If I do, I think I would use a light string gauge, like a 10 metal string. I think that would probably work. It might project better than this fishing line. But let's go ahead and I'll let you hear what this sounds like. So there you have it. It's a one-string diddley-jo. I haven't marked out the position markers here in the sides yet. That'll certainly make it easier to play. Again, this is on a 25-inch scale. It was kind of fun or interesting to build. You may see that banjos typically don't have a long sustain, and that's certainly true of this one here. and I'm not sure that I like the jingle still attached to it. So I think I'll probably go ahead and change this again and turn it into probably maybe a 3 or 4 stringed banjo. Maybe I'll turn it into a diddley-jo. Maybe I'll do that next. In any event, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.